Have you ever wanted to be someone different? Or at least a better version of yourself? Whether you wanted to be more athletic, popular, smarter, or achieve mastery at some skill, everyone at some point or another has wanted more from life. It's a story as old as time itself. Someone weak and powerless becomes someone strong and dependable through incredible effort. What if I told you there were actionable steps to becoming something more, and depending on the effort you put into it, even becoming a completely new person? Today we are going to be discussing 4 steps to changing your life, and showing you how Huey Campbell did it from the Amazon original, The Boys. Before we begin, there will obviously be Season 1 and 2 spoilers of this series, so you may want to click away if you haven't seen The Boys already. Now, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more content involving money, power, and status. Let's begin. The first step to recreating yourself is to understand you have to change. Change can be scary, and most people resist it. But as the old saying goes, if you keep doing what you've done, you'll keep getting what you've got. You need to have some sort of awakening to the fact that your current self isn't enough to achieve your goals. We see this change in thinking start to take root in Huey very early in Season 1, when A-Train murders Robin by running through her. This immediately creates a hatred in Huey, which is further cemented in his mind when he realizes A-Train has zero remorse. The injustice of the whole situation causes Huey to feel even more frustrated when he realizes that not only can he do nothing physically against the Seven, but legally as well. He is seen as being a helpless individual with no fight, as stated in Robin's last words, and said candidly by his father.
You can't do this.
Why not, Dad?
You don't have the fight. You never have. I'm sorry, but it's true. Neither do I.
Huey knows he is not the type of person who can take on the demigods of Bot, and everyone else knows it as well. It is his tenacity in not accepting the labels placed on him that give him a glimpse into the person he could be. While Huey's change in thinking was very traumatic and driven by necessity, most people won't have the strong emotions driving them to force change as Huey did. With that said, however, an event as traumatic as Huey seeing his girlfriend explode wasn't enough to completely change him, only enough to get the idea brewing. You need much more than just willpower. You are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If 5 of your friends are losers, then you are the 6th loser. If 5 of your friends are successful, odds are you are as well. It's impossible to be around people and not start to emulate some of their values and habits. For most people, their friends are stagnating individuals who provide little to no value, or even sap value. Everyone has had a friend at one point or another who is this person, but we were too nice to say or do anything about it. If you take control of your life, this concept can be used to improve dramatically. If you wish to be good at something, you should surround yourself with people who excel at that activity. If you wish to make more money or be more confident, fill your life with people who you can emulate. We see this work in The Boys when Huey meets Butcher. Butcher is the textbook alpha male. He's brash, rude, arrogant, and very confident. He is also highly ambitious and a leader. He is the complete opposite of Huey in every way, and exactly what Huey needs to achieve the goal of putting a dent in the Seven. He later meets Frenchie and MM, who are very similar to Butcher in terms of self-reliance. They all slowly shape Huey into the man he needs to become. There will be times when you feel resistance, or that you feel you don't fit in. This is natural, as the brain is highly plastic and takes time for change to kick in. Stay the course, and realize you can be whoever you want to be. Now that you've changed your thinking and got new friends who you strive to be like, there will be times when you're not comfortable with the situation. This is once again normal, and is your old life trying to hold you back. Huey is continuously having to move past his comfort zone, and while most people won't have to move as fast as he did, in the ways he did, it is an essential step to improving yourself. From planting the bug in Vought to blowing up Translucent, Huey had to make a lot of tough choices that he was not comfortable with. A lot of times, he needed coaxing, and the old him was screaming for comfort and security, but he always ended up doing what needed to be done. Because of this, it got easier and easier until eventually, he was making his own plans and acting like a leader himself. Moving out of your comfort zone is essential to changing yourself, and something that will get easier with time. The final step in recreating yourself is to accept the new you and live that life. By this point, you probably won't even have noticed you aren't the same, because everything has changed around you. Your thinking, your friends, and your daily activities have changed to mirror the life you envision. The act of recreating yourself isn't some grand event. It happens gradually, and before you know it, you are that person. We finally see Huey become this new person at the end of Season 1, when he forges his own path and goes against Butcher to rescue MM and Frenchie. This is a far cry from the Huey we see at the beginning of the series, who couldn't even ask his boss for a raise. Once you have become who you want to become, you must no longer mirror those around you. You must be your own leader. By doing this, you are also accepting that the version of yourself you discarded was the false you, and was inauthentic, as opposed to the reverse, when you were that old self. We lastly see Huey acknowledging the new him, as he rescues everyone in the Season 1 Episode 8 clip.
Did they get Butcher too?
No. Well, he went after Homelander. But I came to save you. Yay.
So, you came here. You meant to come here without Butcher.
Yeah.
Changing your life and becoming someone new can be a daunting task. The key is to remove negative influences that pull you back into the old you, and add positive influences that push you into the new you. This takes effort and some strategy, but in order to maximize your life, you need to achieve your goals, and doing that requires change, even if it's somewhat uncomfortable. Thank you for watching this video. If you learned something new, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and check out our other videos as well.